Hey everybody, this is going to be the beginning of Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd. These are the notes and chords. We have a little run at the start that goes do, 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 do. Those are all notes, and single notes plucked, and these are the names of them. G, A, B, D, E. So it goes G, A, B, D, E, like that. We then have the chord, E minor 7, which I'll show you in a second. Then we have some more notes, single picked, E, G, E, D. And finally we have a chord which I like to call rock G. So the whole thing will sound like this. Ooh, not quite like that. Now, one way you can think of this is as a call and a response. You have the single notes asking a kind of question, and then the chord answers. Then you have the single notes again, and the chord answers. Like that. So basically there are two runs of notes. One goes, and the other one goes. In between those two runs there are two chords, E minor 7 and G. Okay, so let's look at those chords first. E minor 7 is just like any other E minor with these two fingers. Then you put your ring finger on the 3rd fret on the B string. You put your little finger on the 3rd fret on the small E string there. You should get that chord. Now from the position I'm in, to change to the rock version of a G, all you do is lift this middle finger and put them on the 3rd fret on the top E string. Okay, another way of looking at that G chord is, here's your normal G chord, 3rd finger, 3rd fret, excuse me, top string, index finger, 2nd fret, A string, okay, and your ring finger will be on the 3rd fret on the skinny E string. That's a normal G. Now if you raise that ring finger, plonk your little finger down where he was, there's your rock G. So those are our two chords, E minor 7 and G. Excuse me. Okay. So now we have our two runs. The first run is G, A, B, D, E. So we'll start just by showing you where those notes are. That first G is the 3rd fret on the E string. Then you have open A string. Then you have 2nd fret on the A string, that's your B. Okay. Open D string, that's your D. And 2nd fret on the D string, that's your E. So we'll go through that slowly. 3rd fret, top string, G, open A is A, 2nd fret A is B, open D is D, 2nd fret on D string is E. So here's the run without any particular rhythm. There we go. Okay, so the next thing we have to do is give that a rhythm. Basically all the notes are steady, except when you go from A to B, it's quick. So we go normal, quick, normal, normal, like that. Now you'll notice I'm just playing this with my middle finger and my index finger. Middle finger on that one, index, like that. We're going to have to play a chord right after that. The chord's E minor 7. So one way of making that a nice easy transition is to start from your rock G positions. You've got your rock G chord there ready to play. We're not going to play the chord though, we're just going to play those single notes. Now you see my third finger's already in position for that top G. If I lift my index finger, that A string is open for the A. Put the index down, there's my B. Now I can play the open D, there's my D, and see my middle finger's moving from here down onto the D string, there's my E. So I'll go through that slowly again. G, top string, open A string, finger down, there's your B, open D string, there's your D, then move this one down onto the second fret on your D string, there's your E, and I'm already in position to play. There we go. So go through that slowly again. Okay, and we'll put the rhythm back in. Now in theory, there's nothing to stop you just playing those notes with any old fingers, right? You can go and then panic, put your chord down, go. The only reason we're doing it in the chord structure is because it's an easier transition to playing that chord from those single notes. There we go. Okay, so that's one half. The other half is E, G, E, D. Chord, rock G. Now we can play pretty much that entire little plucked bit from the position of E minor 7. We're holding our E minor 7 chord. If we pluck the D string, we'll get the note E. If we pluck the G string, we'll get the note G. Back to that D string, we've got our E again. And if we lift this middle finger, there's our open D, so that entire riff will go D string, G string, D string, D string again with no finger on, and see this third finger's all pre-lifted, ready to go onto there to play our rock G chord. So from the E minor 7 position, cool. And if we put those two halves together, we have the entire riff. So starting from the G chord, there we go. So there's something to practice. Have a go at it, and we'll look at it again next week. Happy strumming.